Hello everyone, myself Ami Mehta, and let us discuss in computer network what is network service model. So services provided by network layer for individual datagrams are listed here. So what are the services that are provided by network layer for individual datagram? So the first one is guaranteed delivery. So this service guarantees that the packet will eventually arrive at its destination. The second one is guaranteed delivery with bounded delay. This service not only guarantees delivery of the packets but delivery within a specified host to host delay bound. So it is a fixed amount of time. So within that fixed amount of time the packet reached at that destination. For example, within 100 millisecond the packet reached at the destination. The third one is services provided by network layer for flow of datagrams. So this is for individual datagrams and this is for flow of datagrams. So this is a minor difference, individual and flow. Flow means in sequence delivery. So third one is in order packet delivery. So this service guarantees that packets arrive at the destination in the order that they were sent. In which order they are sent, in that order compulsory that packets received at the destination site. The fourth one is guaranteed minimal bandwidth. So this network layer service evaluates the behavior of transmission link of a specified bit rate, for example 1 Mbps, between sending and receiving host. As long as the sending host transmits bits at a rate below the specified bit rate, then no packet is lost. And then guaranteed maximum jitter. So this service guarantees that the amount of time between the transmission of two successive packets at the sender is equal to the amount of time between the receipt at the receiver side. It means that if the time between these two packets at the sender time is for example 2 millisecond, the same at the receiving side the time duration between these two packets, the successive packets, is same 2 millisecond. So it guaranteed maximum jitter, it guaranteed minimal bandwidth and order packet delivery for flow of datagrams. And for individual datagram, it provides guaranteed delivery and guaranteed delivery with bounded delay. So this service is provided by network layer. So this is network service model basically. And the next one is security services. So using a secret session key known only by a source and destination host, the network layer in the source host could encrypt the payloads of all datagrams being sent to the destination host. So the security is provided by network layer using encryption. The network layer in the destination host would then be responsible for decrypting the payloads. So but obvious, if you are doing the encryption, then you have to do the decryption at the receiver side. With such service, confidentially would be provided to all transport layer segment between the source and destination host. So this service is provided by network layer and guaranteed that the security purpose, that the data would be safe. So confidentiality would be provided to all transport layer segment between the source and destination host. So this is all about network service model. Now the next topic we will understand is what is virtual network. So let us discuss what is virtual network. So the idea behind virtual circuit is to avoid having to choose a new route for every packet sent. For example, we have to send 20 packets from one source to one destination. So for each and every packet we have to choose different path. Instead of that, we are fixing the route. So for that the virtual circuit comes into picture. So instead of choosing individual path for each and every packet, what we do? So when a connection is established, a route from the source machine to the destination machine is chosen as a part of the connection setup and stored in the table inside the router. So instead of finding a new route for each and every packet, what we do, whenever we establish a connection, a route from the source to destination is fixed. That route is used for all traffic flowing over the connection, and exactly the same way that the telephone system works. When the connection is released, the virtual circuit is also terminated. So whenever the connection is established and the data is transferred, the route is fixed. Now whenever the connection is released, the virtual circuit is also terminated. So with connection oriented service, each packet carries an identifier telling which virtual circuit it belongs to. So basically, as an example, consider the situation as shown in figure. So here is the figure. So this is the whole circuit. Okay, so this is the host H1, this is the host H2, this is the host H3. For H1 there is process P1, for H2 there is process P2, for H3 there is process P3. Okay, now let us understand that as an example, consider the situation. Here host H1 has established connection 1 with host H2, and this connection is remembered as the first entry in each of the routing table. So here H1 established connection with first connection with the H2, and it stored that entry into routing tables. The first line of A's table says that if a packet bearing connection identifier 1 comes in from H1, it is to be sent to router C and given connection identifier 1. Similarly, the first entry at C routes the packet to E also with connection identifier A. So let us understand the first entry of A, which is H1, the identifier is 1, and for C also for C table, for it is also the identifier is 1. So the first one entry is identifier is 1. Okay, so this is the the H1 this send to packet to directly C. So this is the entry of A, B, C, D and E. Okay, so these are how actually as the data is passing from one source to another destination. Now let us consider what happens if H3 also wants to establish a connection to H2. Now here H1 established connection with H2. Now what suppose H3 wants to establish connection with H2. Then it chooses connection identifier 1 and tells the network to establish the virtual circuit. This leads to the second row in the tables. Note that we have a conflict here because although A can easily distinguish connection 1 packets from H1 from connection 1 packets from H3, C cannot do this. And for this reason, A assigns a different connection identifier to the outgoing traffic for the second connection. Okay, so what happened here? So in A's table, what we write that H3 wants to establish the connection. Okay, so in what we write 1, and in out what we write C cannot distinguish it, so we here write second identifier. Okay, so avoiding conflicts of this kind is why router needs to ability replace connection identifiers in outgoing packets. So this is all about how actually virtual network established and what is the requirement of virtual network. Okay, thank you.